Hello and good morning. Happy Thursday. Welcome to today's Thursday call, which is the Q&A platform. My name is Starlet Johnson. I'm one of the national trainers here, and I have my co-host trainer.
Hi, Tina Bradford with you today.
And we're so excited to be here to train you, answer questions, show you some best practices. So before we begin, I just want to make sure that everyone can see my screen. I am currently showing the Modern Mortgage Experience, which is our website. To the right of your screen, you will locate a webinar control panel that looks just like this. This is how you can display your questions, comments, feedback, and concerns, and we will address those throughout today's presentation. Good morning, Louise. Thank you so much. So if you guys want to say good morning to us or let us know which location or enterprise you're tuning in from, please feel free to use that question feature and talk with us. So right off the bat, this is a Q&A platform. So if there's any questions, good morning, Laura. If there's any questions that you have and you want to start right out of the gate with the questions, please go ahead and enter that in the question area. We have Fairway, we have Texas in the house. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining. So again, if you have any questions, please display those questions right now before we get started, and we can definitely answer those questions. People, home equity. Thanks, Pam. So since there's no questions coming in right now, what we want to do is something a little bit different, and we want you to choose today's presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and launch a poll, and I want to know from the audience here, what strategy would you like to review today? So let me go ahead and launch today's poll. So right there in the webinar, I have already launched the poll. So which strategy would you like help on today? Go ahead and vote. The voting poll is open. So the options are the cost of waiting, purchase, move up buyer, open house flyer, refinance. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time to answer. Just want to know what's going on with you. What would you like to see today? No problem, Jason.
We like to see it at 70%. If we can go ahead and get those votes in.
We're so excited. Look at the numbers. Okay. I want to give you guys the last opportunity. It's going to close the poll in about 5 seconds.
Drum roll.
5, 4, 3, 2. I'm going to close the poll. All right, guys. I want you to see the results. So 55% says the cost of waiting, 18 purchase, 9% move up buyer, open house flyer about 18%, and refinance, none. Dead in the water.
We're not doing refinances
No,
right now.
all about purchase, right? Okay, guys. Well, I guess we're going to show you the cost of waiting presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the results and pass it over to my co-host.
So let's go over a little bit about what the cost of waiting, for those who are not as familiar with it, what it actually is. Cost of waiting is that presentation you give to the client that's on the fence. The ones that are not sure what they're going to do, they think maybe it's not a great time to buy because maybe as the interest rates go down, house prices are going to, or as the interest rates go up, house prices are going to go down. But if you do know the history of that, the last four biggest times that the interest rate has gone up, house prices has gone up just as much. So we want to make sure that those people don't sit on the fence, they don't lose out, and they don't wait until they can't afford, because if the house prices go up and the interest rates both go up, then we're really going to have a problem because we lose out on those buyers. So we have this presentation that we can show you, and I'm going to let Star show you that mobile output that you will get first. And she's going to bring up a blank page and go ahead and bring it over for you and go through it.
Thanks, Tina. Before I do, I just want to get an assessment for those. How many of you have those downloads? How many of you have the Mortgage Coach mobile app downloaded on your phone? The downloads are very instrumental to being a Mortgage Coach member. So this is a way you can market yourself in the field, network with your realtor partners, also network with prospects out there and show them all of the things that you can create on your mobile devices. So Laura does. Thanks, Laura. So I'm going to bring over a blank screen here. and bring the mobile device. So this is a presentation that Tina has created for you guys, and she's going to walk you through on how to build this on the browser. But I'm showing you here on the mobile. So this is a marketing piece that she's done. So if you wait to buy, so what are some of those impacts as she mentioned earlier? So your customers, prospects, and partners can review the summary, the monthly payment savings, the short-term savings, and long-term impacts. So I'm going to go ahead and hit on summary. And as we can see here, her marketing piece was a pre-election. So what does that look like for the pre-election of what I can do for you now? So if you were to purchase at $350 pre-election and look at the interest rate, what it is at that point. Or if you wait and you buy at a higher interest rate, at a 30-year fix. So what does that look like? What is the impact if the price increase in the future with a higher interest rate and also with a higher purchase price? So showing your customers those impacts, you can see that right there in the summary area. Also show your customer payment breakdown of those impacts and those comparables that Tina has created. You also have the graph format that your customers can click on with the little legend at the bottom. You can also see the closing costs. So if all the closing costs and fees allocated with that particular transaction, you can be very transparent here. You can show your customers the short-term savings. So what is the impacts whether you do pre-election, a 30-year, or future? What does that look like? Anytime you're presenting any graph charts, your customers can always click on more info to see behind those graphs and get more data. Same with the long-term option. So if you can see the long-term impacts, customers can always, not customers, but the lending professionals like yourselves can always change the horizon when you are building your presentations. So this demonstration shows a 15-year horizon, but you can always edit that information and change the scenario. So here is interest in MI paid, but you have an option to show net worth, total principal paid as well. Hitting more info also breaks down the data behind those graphs. Most importantly, your customer can see your dynamic information. So Tina's beautiful photo here displaying herself with all of her contact information. Also, you can see your logo information. Your customer can click on your virtual business card and get your information, phone number, email, and these are live links. So if they were to tap on this, it would go automatically to their phone log in their phone, their cell phone. Or if they have email, if they have an email synced up on their mobile device, it'll go straight to the email and start building a new email to send out to you. So those are some things that I wanted to personally touch on with showing you the mobile piece. Is there any questions regarding the mobile before Tina jumps into the browser and show you how to build this presentation? So I'm going to pause here before I turn it over to my fabulous co-host. Okay, it looks good, Tina. I'm going to go ahead and move my phone here once more, and the floor is yours.
Fabulous. First, I would love for you guys to go in and build with me. If you guys are in front of your computer, go ahead and log in. I'll try to make it so crisp and clear on which builds I'm at and what I'm putting in there that you guys don't need to watch the screen as much as just listening as you go along. So go ahead and go to edge.mortgagecoach.com and log in there. I already have mine all set up waiting for us.
Hey, Tina, I have a question for you. Yeah. What happens if they do log in and they do follow along? Is there a prize we can give them?
Ooh, we could give them a prize. You want to give out some click-to-call credits?
I do. I love giving out click-to-call credits.
Okay, so if you build a presentation, and I will have Star down in the chat box, type in where you can send it. Build a presentation, send it to us, and we'll give out some click-to-call credits. How many do we want to give out today?
I think if we give out click-to-call credits, we should make it worth it. So if the customers have click-to-call credits and they run out, they will have to purchase click-to-call credits in a bulk of 20 for $20. But today I'm feeling real fabulous, and I think I would give them 25 for a value of $25. What about that?
Fabulous. But if you're going to give 25, I'd like to see a video too.
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
And it could just be a video saying, hi, Tina and Starlet. We love getting information from you guys. So just send it on over to us. And there's that email. So go ahead and build along with us. And then once you're ready and it's built, throw in a quick hello, Starlet, Tina. Or if you want us to evaluate your presentation video, let us know in the email. Give me any feedback that you want to see. And then we'll give you feedback on it as well.
And just for you guys to know, the email that you need to send it to is support@mortgagecoach.com.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to go into new client because I'm going to build from scratch. And let's do this as a marketing piece. The reason I'm going to choose to do it as a marketing piece is because this way, if you guys want to adjust or change it by making it an individual piece, you can come in and just copy the marketing piece to a new one, create an individual one, and then add in that individual's name and information. So being a marketing piece, you want a catchy report headline. So we're going to put in for today, don't wait, buy now. Something that when the clients look at this, they're going to go, maybe I should go ahead and read this. Home phone, when you're doing a marketing piece, you do not need this in there, as well as the client or prospect information. We do know that rent and own, it's a marketing piece. We don't have to worry about that as well. Now, friendly name, if I do know that I'm going to be sending this out to certain realtors or I'm going to be posting it somewhere, maybe I put it on my Facebook. And remember, if you are in compliance with your company, you've got to make sure that you follow their rules and regulation. If you're not allowed that marketing, please don't do it. We don't want to be blamed for something that you guys choose to do on your own. And then date on there. What's today's date? 9?
Yeah, the 9.
2/9 of
February 2017.
Beautiful. Okay, and then I'll put the date in. So I know that I built this today and then I put it on Facebook so I can see those results later on. So in this information for cost of waiting, you do not have to choose anything when it's a marketing piece. So we're going to move on through. So let's go through here. Normally anything red you need to fill in. So let's say that for the property value, instead of assuming it's the current mortgage, I'm just going to put in $350 because that's the number I'm going to look at. So, Andy, are you trying to talk to us because we do have all the mics off? Or you can't hear us talking? Well, that doesn't work. Let's respond to him with typing. One moment, we want to make sure Andy can hear us.
And while Tina is addressing Andy's question, just make sure if you guys, when you join the GoToMeeting link, you have the option to either call in and use the call in access code, or you can log in using your computer. So if you don't have any audio information when you use as a computer, make sure that you use the phone feature and dial in to get audio.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to move on through. And again, this is the current mortgage that they're in. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm actually just going to go on over to products. So skipping sections, when you're skipping whole sections, is not an issue if you're building a marketing piece, because I don't have a client that I'm actually working on. I'm just making sure that I build a presentation that really shows a person who's looking at it and helps them understand exactly what it is. So we need the product name. On product name, I'm going to focus on product names that are catchy, that they would understand. So we'll put, for the first one, let's put, as I type badly, bought in December 2016. So let's put that as first. I'm going to click on yes for refi because that'll drop that $350 over. Just a quick little simple way, and then just go right back to no. Now, what do I want to build? If you have templates, you can go in and drop in any template that you want at this time. I'm going to choose not to use the templates because I want to build from scratch for you guys. Making sure that purchase price is $350,000. Down payment, let's assume that they are just the basic 20% down. And then interest rate during December was a little high. I'm going to put 4.25 there. I know interest rates today are lower than that, which is great because now it's showing them even more of an incentive to purchase based on today's rates because they have dropped down a little bit. But what if they go right back up? That's what we're going to be looking at. And let's put 360 months for the 30-year. And anytime you guys have a question why I'm going through this, feel free to go ahead and drop that question in. Go ahead and advance to the next screen by careting over, and the caret is that little arrow right there. We're going to go into closing cost detail. Again, you can use a template. I have a couple in here. So I'm just going to drop in my 30-year fixed, and I'm going to remove a couple of things from here just because I want to show you guys in the next screen how to put them in. So let's show how to input fees here. If you have to add a fee, go right down here to that lower corner and click on add fee. Typing in just the first name of it, you're able to be brought right to where you need to go based on that first name. So let's see what's not in here. Underwriting. Let me throw in an underwriting fee. And we're going to say that underwriting fee is $700. And I didn't put underwriting. I clicked the wrong one. There we go. And I'm not going to choose APR. APR depends on your state. Everyone's state's different. So I'm just not going to show it because I want to show non-APR and APR costs in my presentation. But you need to choose. In many cases or most cases, this is an APR fee, so I don't want to confuse you. So once I'm there, I'm going to apply it to the loan. And I'm not going to use points. Let's put some prepaid days of interest, 15 days because we're middle of the month. And I'm not going to concern myself with earnest money because we're not using an actual client. Moving on over to that next screen. Now we have our hazard insurance and property taxes. In this scenario, I'm going to use the percentage, and if I do not know the exact amount, I always use percentages that's close to the normal or the average for the county or the state that I'm working in. The reason I do this is if I go in and I need to make an adjustment to the price, then my information is automatically updated as far as the taxes and insurance. There will be no MI because we're at 80% LTV. We can see that right here. And then let's go down. We will collect reserves just to make it look more realistic for the people who are looking at the presentation. So now I have my first one, bought in December. I'm going to add another product. This one I'm going to put buy now. So again, this is an easy product name that once they look at it, they'll understand what it is that I'm looking at or what they're looking at. And I'm going to copy it from the bought now in December because I want the products to be identical products. But what I do want to change on that is the information. Let's say interest rate. We know interest rate's gone down. I haven't looked at today's rate. I'm going to put 4%. And let's say it did go up. The home went up about $5,000. So you're showing them, you know what, prices of homes are starting to go up, but interest rates dropped a little bit. So this is going to be a great presentation to hopefully get them to buy in. And I'm going to leave closing cost details the same, as well as all of this information because I use the copy from feature. All of it remains the same.
One of the things I want to point out is because Tina mentioned that she used a factor anytime the purchase price changes. So now that she increased the second product to $355, so did that hazard insurance increase, and so did the property taxes increase as well. So if you add a third product, make sure you take a look in this area so you can see that change. So let's capture 103 and 369, and we'll see that increase on the next one.
Beautiful. We're just going to put it down here for those of you who have a lot on your plate. We don't want to remember it. And we're going to add that third product. And let's say the third product, we put wait till summer. A lot of people think, okay, summertime, I'm going to go ahead and purchase. But what they also are not considering is the amount of time it takes to negotiate as well as close the loan. So they're just waiting for their kids to get out of school. So we're going to put wait till summer, and they don't realize when they do wait till summer, they're not going to close it till August, and then they have to hurry up and rush their kids back into school, and they're not quite ready to go there. We're going to do that copy from, and we're going to just copy it from that first one and click on OK. So now this price has gone up. We're going to say it's gone up to $370. Nothing massive, but it has increased. But we're going to say the rates have gone up as well. So let's put 4.375. So now we have our third product already. We know that everything is identical, but here we can see now that because I use that interest rates, the percentage, it has increased based on the previous numbers. So before I move on, any questions from this point? So if you have any questions or you need me to back up, show you something else, go ahead and let us know, and I would be more than happy to do that for you. Percentage, I'm assuming interest rate, I use 4.375. So I didn't increase a great amount. I only increased it a very little amount, which is realistic. We, in the last few years, haven't seen a whole lot of vast changes in the interest rate. I don't assume that there's going to be a huge interest rate to 5% or anything of that. Probably, less than 1/4%, 0.5%. So we want to keep it realistic so when they look at it, they're like, oh, this is something that, is possible to happen. Great question, Anita. Okay, let's move on over. And I'm just going to go into here. Do you want to explain the screen, Star?
Yeah. So the analysis screen is more of an emotional point when you're having with your customers, if you have one, or if you want to also show the outputs of your final total cost analysis presentation. So this is where the mortgage lender professional can start making some adjustments. So if you want to move the needle here under the property appreciation, if you buy a home in X area, X region, it would be X factor.
Let's put that at 4%. That's supposed to be the average for the U.S.
Okay,
for
so
this year.
You can either move the needle or you can override and just put 4 here. And then the short-term analysis, this mimics the CD, closing disclosure, and the LE, the loan estimate. So you can leave it here 60 months, or you can also move the needle and it will show the impacts here based on whatever you move that adjustment to. So you don't have a customer. So I think I'm just going to leave it at 60. And then also here's the long-term impact. So here is where you can say maybe a first-time home buyer or maybe someone who's moving up or who really doesn't know. Maybe they're going to sell in 10 years, like you said, waiting for those kids to get out of middle school, now college, or maybe whatever they want to do, retirement. And then here's the monthly savings benchmarks. So it's comparing to the current. We don't have a current here. So you can always make adjustments. So we want to do the comparison to maybe when you bought in December, you can change it here. You want to do the comparison from the buy now or wait to summer comparison, however you want to do to see that stair step. So you can definitely see that movement here. So do you want me to leave it here or you want to see it just on current? How do you want
Let's leave it on current because I'm going to show them how to remove that current product.
Okay, cool. So we'll leave it at current. And then here at the bottom is a long-term impact. So remember on the mobile, I showed you the long-term was total interest in MI, but you can change that factor. So if you want to see the total principal paid or the total net worth, so you can change those summary sections below. So you want to leave it at total net worth?
Yeah, total net worth is a great one, especially with 10 years, because that is the average amount of time that most people are living in their home now.
Yeah, you got to get rid of that pool.
Yeah.
Okay, it's all you.
Fabulous. So now that we are all set here, I'm going to move over. I'm not going to go into the contact field. Reason why is this is the contact of the client. I'm not working with the client, so no need for me to go into there. I'm going to go over and click on presentation. Now, the reason why I clicked on the first presentation window is because here is where I can remove that client or that current one. Simply unclicking it, now I'm just going to display the 3 individual ones bought in December 2016, buy now or wait till summer. What I do want to do is clean up my payment notes while I'm here, so they are included. So I'm just going to delete this section. And now it looks like everything's going to be ready. Now, if I continue to carry it over, I would go through all of those same screens again, and I could make adjustments in there. I'll carry it on 1 just to show you those adjustments. I could make my adjustments right down here. However, I'm not going to make any adjustments today. So I'm going to go over and put my mouse back on presentation, and I'm going to click into preview. Clicking into preview brings me over to the presentation window where I can go in, and if I use this as a marketing piece, I personally, and this is up to you, I don't like leaving this clicked when I use it as a marketing piece. Reason why is if I'm throwing it out there in social media or if I'm giving it to a realtor, I don't want 50 million notifications. Hey, this was looked at, Tina. I don't need to know that, but what I do want to know is where I placed it. So, and then the enable call button, if you have those click to call credits and you send that over to us, we'll give you a few more of those and we can keep that on our presentation. Quote date is always for your protection. So clicking on there allows you to bring that date right in there. Now I could choose to preview right here, but because I want to show you a couple other things, I'm going to click on generate link. So Star just backed off so she's not on camera with me. So if you guys want to see Star on camera, if you type down over there in that corner, I'll make her come over to me. So we can click on Edge Live here. We can add the audio video or we can share from this point. This is that dynamic link that you can copy and you can put it into an email. But before we do that, we do want to add that video and I want to show you guys how to add that video. So adding audio video brings up your camera. Or doesn't bring up your camera yet because I'm not on my phone. It brings up the presentation exactly how the presentation would be when your client looks at it. The only thing added is this record message. Now we're going to bring up the camera by clicking there. Hi guys, how are you guys doing? So we have our camera here. I'm going to pull it over down to this bottom corner. Or I might even bring it up wherever you want or feel comfortable so you can see your screen clearly. And did you?
Yeah, I'll show them how to do
mobile. Oh, she's going to bring mobile on, so we're going to bring that on as well. So we're going to drag the phone over and show you how to record on mobile at the same time because we're fabulous like that.
So what you need to do is you would need to, again, those downloads. So you have those downloads on your mobile device. So again, for the Mortgage Coach mobile app, you need to go to the Apple Store for iPhone and you would need to go to the Google Play Store for Android. So what you'll do is hit the silhouette at the top left. So I'm going to hit the silhouette here, the top left right here with my finger. You would log in with your email and password as Tina showed you the same way on the mobile device. You'll be brought right here to your mini dashboard, which is your actual little dashboard, your home screen. And you can see I clicked off the presentation earlier and I just got an alert in my mobile phone. So this is what you would also see when your customers click on your particular dynamic link. So I'm going to select OK. I'm going to go to clients and find that record that Tina just created with you guys. So it is the don't wait, buy now. Now I want to select on total cost analysis. And just to show you guys, I'm right here with Tina in the office. So I have my cell phone here, if you can see. And now what I need to do is select video. So when I select video here, hi guys, I'm now on camera with Tina in the training room and you can see. So on the left side, you can see Tina there. All she has to do is hit that red record button and start shedding her message there. And if you want to add a video from your mobile, you may like the quality resolution better on your mobile device. You'll hit that red button right in the middle and you'll start shedding your message. Make sure you always do eye contact and just deliver your message as best as possible with your customers. Always educate and definitely let them know your value proposition. Okay, guys, so that's it for me. I'm going to go ahead and hit the cancel button here, but you get the idea.
So great. That shows us how to record on both devices. And you can see I'm still recording. Let's just review a few things. Star went over a couple of things on there, but let's go ahead and review just a few other things you want to do. You want to look behind you, and you want to make sure that you have nothing distracting behind you. You want to make sure you give off the same energy you give off in person. So if you're a high-strung person and always happy, talking with your hands, throwing them around, you want to do that on the recording as well. Also, if you have any keywords you use, I have a keyword I use here. Does it come to your mind, Star? How am I doing?
I can't
think of it. I use the word swell all the time.
Oh, that's right.
So if you use a certain word all the time and people kind of associate that word to you, try to throw that in the video. It makes it a little bit more personal. I have a marketing degree in that I know it takes 7 times for most people to connect you to the product. This is one of those times, but not only that, this allows a little bit more contact because after they've recorded it, and I'm going to go ahead and get out of that window. After they've recorded that video, then you will get that alert that we got before, and it said, looked at the presentation for 25 minutes. If I get a report that says, looked at the presentation for 25 minutes, then you will be able to know that person's invested. So that person wants to be able to really know more. Pick up that phone and call them right away. And Anita missed the phone. Can we do the phone again really quick?
Really, Anita? Do I have to? Okay, you want to bring over the mobile?
Yep, I'll drag it on over. Here's for you, Anita.
Okay, so you'll click on the Mortgage Coach mobile app. And once you click on that app, you will see the home screen as displayed here. In the top left, you'll hit the silhouette. You'll log in. You'll see your mini dashboard, and you can add a video to your partner records. So if you're doing those open house presentations, you want to do a virtual tour inside the home, talk about the foyer, the kitchen, the granite countertops, heated floors. You can do that with your mobile by moving that around all in the house. Also, if you want to add underneath the partner records any video on the seller buy down presentations. But Tina created a total cost analysis within the client area for marketing. So I'm going to hit client, and then I'm going to select on the presentation marketing name, the report headline, don't wait, buy now. Now I need to select on the presentation, which was the total cost analysis. And then I need to hit on video. Once I select video, here I am, Anita, and that's how you do it. that easy to start adding video. So you'll hit the little red button right there in the middle and start driving and delivering your particular message to your customers. And like she said, make sure your background is clear, clean. You can move around. Like I said, if you wanted to do a presentation, walk around in the office, walk around in the home and talk about it. So definitely this is how you do video. So I hope that was helpful.
After you push stop on that video, it does give you 3 choices at the bottom. You can replay.
Let me just go ahead and do it. Okay, Anita, this is how you do your message here. Thank you so much for tuning in to Thursday Q&A session. As you can see at the top, there is a counter. So you always want to make sure your video is within 1 to 2 minutes. So once you get some content on there, all you have to do is hit that stop button once more. I don't like that, but there is the option here, and you can retake or use. So I'll just say use video. And then once you do that, it's going to upload for you. It's going to upload, and once it uploads, it's going to tell you when it's done, when it's complete. You hit done, and now my video is on that dynamic link for the marketing piece. I hope Tina does not send that out to anyone.
Now I have ransom for her.
Oh, no.
Okay, we have a couple of questions from Andy. So from his perspective, doesn't matter if he records laptop or phone. Actually here, we always suggest that you record from the phone. The quality of the video is a lot better than the quality of most of your guys' computer cameras. We have a great one here, but we also have like some soft lighting. We have a light box. We have a few things just to make us girls look a little bit more beautiful.
One of the things too in your office, so you have those halogen lights that may be dark. And what happens if your office is, you have a window? You do not want to sit in front of the sun and have the light beaming in. Then it's going to cast you out in your video. But when you're doing those selfies and you're doing those home videos and taking pictures, and with the cell phone, you can be more mobile. So you can go to your atrium, a nice little place in the lobby, shed that video. You have more versatility.
Not have the messy desk behind you.
Exactly.
So second question is the video is looping. So let me show you where that video, I'm going to go ahead and click back into record message. And if you see right here, there is that repeat video. If it's clicked, that is why your video is looping over and over again. So go ahead and just unclick it and then click off, and that should stop that from looping. So great question, and go ahead and keep those coming. Deleting an old video, that's a great one too.
So one of the things I want to tell you, when you record a video, if you record a video on the browser, you can only delete that video on the browser. If you record a video on the mobile device, you can only delete your video on the mobile. Tina, delete my video on your presentation.
I'm keeping that video forever.
And then when you're recording on your tablet, you can only delete the video from your tablet. So whichever device you created that mobile video on is the device that you have to delete on. Just an FYI.
So one way to delete it is to record over it.
Yeah, do a new one.
So just do a brand new one, or even just do a small section. You can throw a small picture of your logo in there. You know, be creative, but you can also go in there. Do you want to delete your video on my phone?
Yes, please do that by the end of business day.
No, and show him how.
Okay, you're going to do a new one? How about I record you? Or I'll let you do it. So we'll bring our phone over once more.
Trying to drag it over. There we go.
I'll hand over the phone to Tina, and I'll let her do her thing. She likes video, guys.
This is an ongoing joke between us, so if you guys are not humored, I'm totally sorry. So clicking on video, and here we have it. We can replace and record, re-upload the video. So this is also where the looping is on the iPhone if you're on the iPhone. Right here, simply clicking on that little trash can, and that video is deleted.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
So it was that easy because it was recorded on there. Now I do have a question that the phone will not allow me to record. Any suggestions? Absolutely. I suggest, because we don't know what phone you're on. which even if you're on an iPhone or an Android, there are several different ones. Go ahead and send over kind of if you can capture it. I don't know if you know how to cast onto your computer, but if you can record what's going on, send it over to support@mortgagecoach.com, or send over just a thing to support@mortgagecoach.com with your type of phone in there, and see if there is something that they can give you as far as how we can resolve that issue.
And I do have something to piggyback on with that. So depending on your phone, so when you download the Mortgage Coach mobile app, what you have to do on your phone, whether it's iPhone or Android, you have to go to your application's manager settings. Then what you have to do once you get there on your phone, you have to go to the Mortgage Coach mobile app, and you have to allow your video. So you have to give the app permission. If you don't give the app permission to allow your recordings, you won't have the opportunity to record. So make sure you check your applications manager under the settings on your phone for the actual app. So you have to give Mortgage Coach permissions. So that could also be a reason why you can't record, because you have to give us permission first.
Fabulous. Okay, I had another question on deleting video. I did show it a couple more times on my screen how it's done. So hopefully you saw it on there. If you didn't, go ahead and put another little thing in there. Let me know. Let's move on down to chance that we can record live video when you're at an open house.
You want to record me? Oh, can you do that? Can you record me like I'm the realtor? We can
be together.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so I'm going to go into my partners. I have several open houses here. I don't think I have a video on Raul. I'm going to open up my open house flyer. And then again, we have video right on here. But what I'm going to do, because I am recording me and Star, I'm going to put my phone into a little holder. So it's not wiggling around, it's not moving. But the only downfall is if you do not have a clicker, remote clicker, when you have to push the record and stop recording. So if I click on video here, I have to reach over, I don't have a clicker, and click right on there. And we could choose to walk around the house, or we could, point out if we are in a lovely kitchen. So great, I'm here with my realtor,
Star Johnson. Hello, everyone.
And we want to come to you and show you this great home that we are currently doing an open house for.
It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. It has 2,300 square feet. We're doing an open house today in Irvine from 1 to 4 p.m. Come on by.
So please look at this analysis. I have broke down if you buy this house today versus if you wait on this home and you look at a different home and the price goes up or the interest rate goes up. So give me a call at 323-507-4895, or you can call Starlet
at 633-332-1212.
Fabulous. Thank you. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
I would stop that recording, and it always has the worst pictures. But if I use that, let's use that recording, it will upload it. What I would suggest is after you have uploaded this picture or this video, that you do make sure that your looping is on. So once it's on done, I'm going to click done. I'm going to go back into Raul because I want to go in and adjust it so it loops that video. So clicking on video again. Now it brings up that choice. I'm going to click on loop the video. Once I'm all happy with it, clicking on done, and there we go. It's that easy. If you don't have anything to hold it, you can always use another person if you have a third person in there with you, or you can carry it around and show the house as you go through. We have a great presentation that the realtor or the mortgage lender actually walked through the house. There's people behind them and everything, and he's walking through the house saying, look at this great home.
Yeah, one of the things I think he used was a selfie stick. You can probably get one of those on Amazon for maybe $20.
You can get them at the dollar store.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, they're cheap now.
There you go.
So we have a question. When I look at the analysis, the video is viewable at the same time. How does that work in mobile? With mobile, it is not viewable at the same time, but if they do not click it off and it loops, it will continue to play in the background. So they'll hear the video being played. However, as they go through summary and everything, it will actually bring up that information or those graphs.
Correct. Let's see. Can you tell me how to prompt a video on the mobile? I think we've done that.
So let's go into, Tony, what are you doing? Are you doing an open house? Or are you doing a rent versus own? What are you working on? And then I'll go into that exact one and show you really quickly how to do it. And I'm just scrolling down. Okay, so an open house. So that's what we just did. So clicking on partners. Once you click on there, you'll click on the partner name. So let's go into Sally's. And you'll click on the open house flyer. And then you'll click on video. And there we go. It's that easy to bring it up. Recording the video by pushing the red button. And then clicking stop. And then use video. So if you are not on an iPhone and you're on an Android, it's a little bit different. But for the most part, it's the same. Now, what I do want to show you guys is how to share, because none of this is good if you're not sharing your presentations. On the iPhone, we have this little mark right here. That's your share button. And if you're on an Android, it's the little V with the 3 dots. So clicking on that gives you the share options. So we have a few more questions down here. And thanks for the questions. We love when you guys are interactive.
Oh, perfect.
Great. Glad I can answer your question, Tony.
And while Tina's showing you that, I want to show you as well, on your final presentation, there is a share button here on the browser. So you can also hit share, and you can share on the browser as well. You can share via email, via Facebook, if it is allowed within your social media department for your organization, and via Twitter. So when it comes to Facebook and Twitter social media, always make sure that it's within your guidelines, but you may not want to share a bar specific to impact any type of consumer privacy acts. But if you're doing like a vanilla presentation here, more of a marketing piece, that may be more acceptable because you're not tailoring it to a specific customer.
However, if you do have a piece that you created for someone, I'm going to go in and show you how to copy it so we can make it into a marketing piece really quickly. So I'm going to click off of here and close this out, and I'm going to go home. So let's say I really loved, I have a Tom Brady in here. When I go up here to view all, I'm going to click on view all. Then I'm going to click on search. Here are all the presentations that I have built, and some of them I have multiples in there. I'm going to go down to that Tom Brady presentation. So clicking on this caret opens it up, and we can see it right here. So I love this presentation. It's great. It laid everything out. Tom was happy with it. So I'm going to click on copy the analysis, and I'm going to click new client. Now clicking on OK, it brings me right into it. Clicking on marketing, now I can change the headlines for it, and this was a move-up buyer. So move into a new great home. Now you can see I'm just going to go to presentation without changing anything else and preview it.
And one good thing about copying an analysis to another customer, you have the option to copy for existing customer or new. So when you copy to new client, it doesn't bring over the old client's information. All it does is bring over the products that you created and the fee templates and all that great information. And now you can tailor that to a marketing piece as Tina showed, or tailor it to your new customer, maybe Sandy Brady.
Okay, let's see. I have not built templates, and I'm not sure what to check on the add to loan boxes. Okay, the easiest way to know exactly what you need to add in there is go to your closing cost fee sheet that you are obligated by TILA RESPA to give to those clients. And those are the same fees you want to throw into your closing costs. They are on most of them, at least here in California, they're broke out the APR fees versus non-APR fees. So when you're in there adding them, and I'll go on in there for you.
And while Tina shows you that, Janice, what we'll do is we'll show you in our Mortgage Coach Support Center, we have a video asset, which is a tutorial, and it is setting up the basics. And it shows you how to build your fee templates that you'll see right here, and also how to build your product templates that Tina has that she could pull from to make it a little bit easier when it comes to building your presentation. So we'll copy and paste that in the chat for you guys. We'll show you where to obtain that in our support center. Also, if you want to revisit the presentation for the cost of waiting, we'll show you how you can get that tutorial asset to revisit that one as well.
Perfect. Okay, so once you're in here, count how many closing cost fees you have on that closing cost fee template.
1,000.
Sometimes. And let's say I have 7. I'm going to count them and I'm going to add 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I have them. As you can see, they all drop in on the 203K. That is because that is the first one listed in there. Clicking on that down caret drops me down into everything I can choose. So I know I'm probably going to have a processing fee. So I can go down here, click on processing fee, look at my closing cost template. Depending on your company, if it is a percentage, if it's 1%, you can simply put that 1 in there and it's automatically calculated. I know I'm going to have probably an escrow fee. So I can go in there, escrow service. I can click on there, and let's say escrow is charging me $650. So it's that easy. I'm going to have title. So we can go in here depending on how it's wrote. In California, we have all 3 of these. So I'm just going to pick that top one and this one. So just going down, adding each fee as you go. Now, let's say you have a fee template for your 30-year fix that you just went through that closing cost sheet. You love it. It's exactly what you need. We're going to save it. So clicking on save, now you can put 30-year fix. I'm going to add training here so I know that this is one I want to delete. And clicking on OK. If you work several states, add the state that closing cost is for, and that way you don't get them confused. The other secret is this is your most common product that you sell all the time, let's add an asterisk in there, and I'll show you why. Clicking on there, clicking on OK. Now when I go down into this, I'm going to have to cancel out and refresh. When I click on here, that asterisk one is always at the very top. So that way, if that is the product you use the most and you have several templates in there that you built, this is kind of a quick step to make sure that you can get to that one the fastest possible. So let's say that now you're happy with this. We're going to cancel, or I'm going to cancel out. I'm not going to apply it to this one. And let's move forward. And this is now our 5% monthly cost. And this one, I'm happy with the whole product. And this is a product I sell all the time. I'm going to save this product as a template as well. So that way when I go into it, and I'll show you where it's at, clicking on OK. Now if I was to add another product, I could go right in here to the templates, and it's right here. Clicking on there, it drops in not only the product information, but it drops in that closing cost template as well. So it is a complete package already built for you. You need to go in there, adjust the purchase price, adjust interest rates. If you use points, adjust the points. If it's a different county, you might have to adjust the property tax, but the amount that you have to change and adjust is very minimalized. So any other questions? Those are great questions. Again, thank you guys. We have about 6 minutes left. If you guys have any other questions.
I'm going to show them how to access help. So whenever you're in here building your particular presentation, there's a help button here. And it routes you right over to our Mortgage Code Support Center. So if you need to understand your template, so we have one in here called Setting Up the Basics. So when you select Setting Up the Basics, I'm going to copy and paste this tutorial link in here for you guys and put that right in the chat area. So when I put that in the chat area here, it breaks it down. So, do you make sure that you have your logo set up? Make sure how to create your product templates, your fee templates. Is your disclosure and your extended disclosure all lined up accordingly? How to set up your click-to-call credit. So if you run out of click-to-call credits, where you can buy them, how you can set them up, how you can purchase them. Also, if I go back, if I want to know about the cost of waiting presentation, I want to revisit that. You can see here, there's a tutorial here for you. Creating a purchase, total cost analysis, how to build a cost of waiting presentation right there for you. So we have a lot of resources that you can use, frequently asked questions, also playlists and scripts. Above here is all about the checklist items of how to make sure your video creation is successful. So all those key points that Tina mentioned.
And that right there is in your handout section. So if you go into that little chat box, click on the handouts little button, then it'll drop down, download this. This has a lot of information in there, from how to record a video to some hints on what to look at when you're recording a video, some scripting on talking to realtors and talking to clients. So there's a lot of great information in there.
Right, and earlier Tina showed you how to add video. It's right here if you want to make sure that you assess the pages here. And right above is how to share the report. So that's what Tina talked about as well. So I wanted to point some of that out to you. You can find about 99% of everything that you need in our knowledge base here in the support system.
But if you can't?
If you can't, here is where you can submit a ticket, a request, and it goes to our Mortgage Code Support experts who are here from 7 a.m. to 4 Pacific Standard Time, Monday through Friday, excluding holidays. We need a day off.
We do need more than one.
Excluding holidays, and we're here for you. And we really pride ourselves to get back to you within 30 minutes or less. So it looks like there is a question here. It looks like I lost my entire presentation when I tried to copy. So you lose nothing. Whenever you save anything, it saves in your mortgage code system. So if you go to home and the particular one you are working for, if you hit view all, search, then you'll see all your records at a glance. So you can expand, collapse those folders and scroll and look for the one that you created when you entered in the first name or entered in your report headline name. Look for that there in your particular account, Anita. And there's one more. Let's see.
Can you make one template for closing cost, copy it, and modify it for the new template? Absolutely. Make that first template for your closing cost. Go in there, and Star's going to go along with us and show us how we can do it.
So what happens is when you're on your home screen, your dashboard, when you create your new templates, fee templates, or products, you need to do it in your settings area. So you hit settings. And this is where you can start creating your product templates. And this is where you can start creating your fee templates. So you can always save as. So if I want to have this 30 years, save it as something else and rename it. You definitely can here.
And you can make adjustments here. You can add in any closing costs into this. You can delete closing costs out of it. So when you do the save as, then you change that name, and then you have two closing cost templates that are almost identical, but not quite.
And here's the one that she has training next to that she wants to delete. So if I hit delete, are you sure you want to delete this? Yes. And it's gone.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So any other questions before we bid you guys to have a fabulous weekend?
Yeah, we're 2 minutes to the top of the hour. This was great. I'm so glad that we gave them options to choose what they wanted to see. And you guys have been great with your questions. This is the format that we kind of want to build on. You know, these sessions are more tailored for you, not really a training, but what can we do to reach out to you to make sure we cover your training needs?
And to make sure that you guys are getting things that you need to make things go a little faster. So, Anita, let's suggest you send over to support@mortgagecoach.com, send over a little ticket to them and let them know which one you are looking for. If you can remember the title of it, let them know which the title is. And then support can go into your account and see if they can find it and send you a link back.
And to make sure you copied and not deleted it. So that's a big thing as well. So we'll look into that for you. So just make sure you send over a request. And don't forget, guys, for those who were following along with us and you won the grand prize of those 25 click to call credits, email us. Anita, email your ticket, and also all of those following along to support@mortgagecoach.com. SUPPORT@mortgagecoach.com.
And we also love that we have gotten so much love in our little question box today on how fabulous you guys think we are. We think you guys are the fabulous ones because I'm an originator. I've been in the field. I know how hard you guys work, and I know how you're attached to your phone. That's why I decided to go into training. So you guys are the ones that actually deserve the big hand.
Agreed. Okay, guys, last call for any questions that we can answer for you today before we let you go. And until next Thursday.
Okay, question, Laura. Can we create a scenario on the phone? All right, this is a little sticky.
Yes, the answer is yes. Yes, you can.
If you have an iPhone.
Yes, Team iPhone. If you have an Android, no, Laura, that's forthcoming.
But we are expecting to see that roll out in the next couple of months for the Android. The other thing is with the iPhone is it is a little tedious. So I personally am suggesting that you not build a whole presentation on the iPhone, but go in there. If you're in the grocery store and you get one of your clients saying, hey, I just made an offer. It's for $60,000 more than what you guys gave me the letter for. You can go in there and you can add that $60,000 on the purchase price and it's automatically updated. So you can tell them, okay, go into that link that I sent you last Friday and you can see that I've updated it to that new purchase price and you can see how it's going to impact you and your family.
Laura said, oh no. So on the phone, I want to show you for my iPhone users, so Team iPhone. I could definitely tell you I have an Android, but we use iPhone. We're mobile first. We're a mobile company. But if you are looking at the screen with me here, for my iPhone users, you'll notice a new button here. So right here, there's a new. So if I hit new, if I hit it with my finger, sorry guys, I have a fat finger.
We have the tiniest little iPhone we're working on.
So if you hit new, you could start to create your client right from your mobile. So you can go through all these little arrows here. It looks just like the browser. So you can move from clients, goals, assumptions, affordability, products. You can start building the analysis. You can see that and you can scroll all of these areas here. So this is where you can start creating your presentation on the mobile device, but for iOS users, so iPhones, iPads, iPad minis.
I agree, Laura. It's not fair, but Androids are a little bit more complex, so it's taken a little longer for us to actually get that software built.
But it's forthcoming. And what is it saying? The
good things are worth waiting for.
Exactly. Okay, guys, last call for any other questions before we let you go. We are 3 minutes past the hour, and I know your time is very valuable. It's time to get those loans closed.
Originate. It's not the end of the month yet. Don't worry about closing. Originate.
But it's a short month, so you should be worried about month end. All right, guys, so last call for any questions. Looks like we're all clear in the question area. Let's talk about really quickly how to obtain some additional training. So, Tina, you want to show them?
Absolutely. So if you guys love our training and you want to get some additional training, coming back over to the support center, clicking on calendar, brings us right into our training calendar. So here we can see the trainings that we do have going on. We have our Thursday call, and what day's yours?
Mine is I run the intro to Mortgage Coach every Monday. Tune in to my show.
I propped her. But the other one I always like mentioning is, I know being an originator, we are on a roller coaster as far as motivation and getting ourselves up sometimes and picking up that phone, making those cold calls. So I suggest this Tuesday interview. This is Dave Savage's baby. He has some of the most amazing people coming in and doing interviews with them. So I don't know how he gets some of these people, but I definitely, this is a great one for motivation, for little secrets of the trade, for all kinds of information just to keep you up and going.
And Laura, we are working, we're closer than ever to My Nest. So that is forthcoming as well. So check in. Mortgage Coach is always innovating with new things, new features coming up for our new clients. So My Nest is one.
We actually have a couple of our largest clients testing the My Nest for us right now. So it is really close.
Yes. And the launch for the editor version for the Android. So that's forthcoming as well. So there's a lot going on for 2017.
We're excited.
We are. Okay, guys. Looks like our question area is clear. Thank you so much for joining today's Thursday Q&A session. My name is Starlet Johnson.
And I'm Tina Bradford. And we hope to see you next week on Thursday. We'll talk Jacob into letting us pair up again.
All right, until then, partner. All right, guys, take care, and I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy weekend. Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, and originate.
And don't forget to use mobile, guys. Mobile.
Send us that link.
Yes, send us your video and get those click to call credits. Okay, guys, take care. Thanks, Laura.
Bye-bye.